Hello, my beautiful friends. I hope everybody had a nice and safe 4th of July. So, today I'm going to be sharing makeup that I've been wearing literally all week. I haven't changed it up a bit. This is makeup I've been wearing to work. It's going to be a super simple look, nothing fancy because who really wants to do a full face of makeup? Well, it's going to be a full face of makeup, but go all out at 5:40 in the morning to go to work. So, I'm going to be sharing with you what I've been doing all week. I hope you enjoy. And I hope you enjoy the products I'm going to be sharing today. So if you want to see all that, please continue watching because we're about to get into all that right now. So all this makeup that I'm going to be using today has been in my stash. Only one was a replacement, but I had the product before. I just had to replace it because the shade was too dark. So I wanted to get a lighter shade to see if it would work out, and it works out perfectly. And I'm so glad I repurchased it because I think the other shade, the other product, I actually decluttered. And it was a great product, but it just was too deep, and I didn't want to mess with altering the shades. So yeah, everything else has been in my stash. And like I mentioned, I've been using this every single day. And all the products I'm going to be showing you, these products last all day on my face. I mean, I have had zero problems whatsoever, and I wear it to work. So at work, I'm not really careful with my makeup. I'm always leaning on my desk. I have a phone in my ear all day long. So, when makeup lasts through all that, it's really good makeup. Okay, let's get into this. I'm going to be sharing the products I've been using all week. Like I mentioned, it's going to be a super simple look. Okay, so I am enjoying my old primer that I found on Amazon. I'm so glad to have this back in my life. And it used to be called Honest. I don't know. They're always changing the name of it, but the product itself is always the same. For my eyebrows, I've been changing that up too. I've been using, it's new by e.l.f. It's their laminating gel cream, and I absolutely... I got that on my lashes. I absolutely love it. And then I got a new pen by iMethod. I'll put a picture of it over here. I actually seen it over on TikTok. And I'm telling you, if you want your brows to last all day, it doesn't smudge, smear, it's waterproof. I mean, you literally have to take it off with makeup remover. So I've been loving it. And I think my eyebrows look so natural now. As you can see, there's almost like hair strokes in there. You can see that they're nice and separated. I love the shade. So yeah, I am super happy with my brows lately. Okay, and like I mentioned before, I do have some stuff to talk to you guys about. I'm still not ready to go there. So I haven't forgotten about it. It's just, one of those things I just have to really have some time on my hands to film because I want to take my time in sharing all of that with you. So that will be coming up in an upcoming video. But let's keep everything light and airy today and enjoy this makeup that I'm about to apply. Okay, so the palette that has been sitting on top of my desk is by Alter Ego, and it's called the Goddess, yeah, the Goddess palette. This palette is so beautiful. It's very versatile. I can do a lot of different looks with it. So this is what it looks like. So it's just kind of basic, but it has, some pop of colors, some golds. This is super pretty. This blue is absolutely gorgeous, so I might do that today. I haven't decided, but what I'm going to show you, this is basically what I do for work all the time. With that tacky base, also what I've been doing a lot too is just going over it with like a setting powder or any kind of loose powder. And the one I'm going to use today is the one by Miss AOA. I love this powder. It has like 3 different shades in it, but it's very lightly milled. It's cute. It's small. It just fits in my drawer really easily. So I'm just going to use this brush, and it's by Miss AOA. And it doesn't really say, I think it just says a F19 on it. So, I mean, it is really a fluffy, but it's perfect to apply this because I'm not trying to be super precise with this powder. I just want a lot of it to apply quickly and evenly. So what I'm just trying to do is take some of that tack away so the eyeshadows just kind of glide right over it. Okay, and the shade that I've been using a lot, and let me show you a trick that I seen. I think it was over on TikTok or Instagram or something like that, but this is what they've been doing, and I tried it, and it works out really good. And I think that the influencer that I seen do it, what is her name? Oh my gosh, I'll try to think of it. I'll place her name somewhere around here. I can see her, Erin. Her name is Erin. So I'll try to place her information somewhere around here, but she had done a video on it and it just looked interesting. I tried it and it works out beautifully. Okay, so what you end up doing is going in with like a really deeper shade, or you're going to go in with a lot of product at once. So don't be scared or when you see me just, flopping out a bunch of color on my eyelids, because it will make sense. So the shade that I've been using a lot, it's called Hera, and it's this one here. Now, technically, I could even start here or, do this one, if I want to do this look or technique that she's been doing. But, I am going to go out today. And like I said, I just want everything to be light as if I was going to work. So I'm going to pack it on this Laura Geller, and this is called the Large Blending Brush. So it looks like this is nothing spectacular, but it is a little dense and it is larger. So what I love about this, again, I can pack a lot of product on this, and it covers a lot of space when I'm doing my eyelid really quickly. So again, I'm going in with the shade Hera, and like I said, I am packing my brush. So I have a lot of product on here. It might be a little too much. So let me just tap that off maybe just once. And then what I love, again, because I have hooded eyes, and this brush works amazing. It just look how evenly, how fast that it covers. Again, I'm going to be packing this on, and again, do not be alarmed. It will work out. So that is looking really good, honestly. I mean, look at that. I'm pretty much done with what I want to do. So that is it. I'm kid you not, that is it. I might just add a little bit more here and there, but for the most part, that is all I'm going to do with that shade. And then you go back in with your setting powder or loose powder. Go back in with that one brush or a bigger fluffy brush. You're going to really pack that on, and you're almost going to bake your eyeshadow. But what I also been doing is, let me just get a little bit more of this powder in my cap here. And then what I've been doing as well is just taking a little bit on my brush and sweeping it across my eyelashes, because also that's going to help with your mascara really adhere to your lashes. So again, I'm just packing on that setting powder. I'm just going to let it bake here just for a minute. And again, it's all going to make sense. Okay, so I'm going to let that bake while I do the other eye. You don't have to be super precise too. That's what I love about it. It can be sloppy. It can make no sense whatsoever. And honestly, this will all work out. If I can ever find a dupe to this brush, I bet you e.l.f. makes a brush like this. If I can find the dupe, I will let you guys know, because honestly though, her brushes, when she has her sales, are super inexpensive. I think I bought a pack actually as a giveaway before too, and I think it was like only $12. So when she has her sales, I mean, that's pretty good, and it came with like 5 brushes or something like that. But anyway, if I do find an e.l.f. one or something, I will let you know. And I'm just going to, again, pack that on here really good. Oop, I almost poked my eye. And let that bake for a second. And again, just sweep across my lashes. Now I'm going to clean off this brush. So I'm just going to use my Sigma pad here and really take off all the powders. And then you just go over where you had baked that powder, and it's just going to really make a seamless look. So as you can see, yeah, all of the harsh lines are gone. Again, you can add more product if you want it to be a little deeper, but honestly, this lighting really does, I don't know what you would call it. It's an illusion, because it is super, super bold in real life, but with this lighting. But anyway, that's what I've been doing. It looks really good. So now I'm just going to go and clean off the powder on this side. And I'm telling you, you can, add a bunch of different colors, all of that, and then set it again, and, and just go back and swipe away the powder, and everything will just kind of blend together. It is such a great trick or technique or a tip, hack, whatever you want to call it. I've just been really loving it. Okay, so now we got to decide what shimmer to do. Like I mentioned, I was thinking of doing this one. I did use it yesterday. I did a reel for 4th of July, and it just is really pretty. But what I've been doing, no matter what glitter I have been choosing, let's do the blue one. It is so beautiful. I've just been going so lightly, like literally just tapping my finger just like this, and I'm not swiping. I'm just kind of tapping it on the lid just to add just a pop of color. Because if you kind of swipe or do something like that or add setting spray to a brush, it's just going to make it super bold. And like I mentioned, I just want a little of something. I don't want to go too crazy when I'm heading to work. So that's what that looks like. Isn't that beautiful? And then I go in with my pinky finger, and I've been going in this shade. It's called, I think, Freya. This one right here. So it looks like it's like a snow white, but it actually has like a little bit of shift of gold in it. So I just tap right here in this inner corner and kind of go over that blue just slightly. But yeah, it's not as bright white as you think, as you can see. So yeah, their shimmers are absolutely beautiful. Like I mentioned, you can go as bold as you want. These are, they have a lot of a pack, or they pack a lot of punch for their the shades here. So that's what that really looks like. And if I was to really, yeah, you can really make that a bold. So, but that's what I love about their shimmers. You can go as light as you want, sheer, or you can really make it bold for evening look. So, yeah, very, very versatile palette here. So I am going back in with that, what is it, Hera, that first shade, and I'm just adding, ooh, I put way too much on that brush, just adding a little bit in that, and I'm just going to apply it into that shimmer just so it looks a little bit less, looks a little more seamless. So what'd you guys do for the 4th of July? Anything fun and exciting? Did you have to work the day after, all the good stuff? I actually had Thursday and today is Friday off. And yesterday we just went over to Daryl's parents' house. It was just a very small gathering. So it's his parents, his sister, brother-in-law, all the kids, they all have their own lives, live in different states. So it was just his sister, his parents, and us. So very small, not like it used to be, for sure. So yeah, we were talking about it. We miss the old days with having the kids there, hearing all the laughter. And yeah, it was still, it was still very nice. We had a nice cookout, just very quaint and quiet. But yeah, we do miss all the chatter and all that good stuff. Okay, so what I do want to go in with right now is my D'Elba, and this is a double serum all-in-one, a multi-balm. So I've been doing this instead of, I've been seeing a lot of people putting like chapstick under their eyes. I've been doing this for a very long time with this product. And, again, I would love to do a side-by-side with that, I don't know, chapstick and this just to see if there's a difference. But I honestly think that this, would be pretty much the same thing as doing it with the chapstick. And I think it's just better for your skin, if you ask me. So I just apply a little bit there just to let that soak in while I do some other things with this eye look. Okay, and then for eyeliner, I would just use, regular eyeliner, or I'm just going to use my shadow. And when I do that, I take my, by Miss AOA, it's their waterproof eye makeup seal. So this is such an amazing product. So again, another versatile product. But what I do is just place a little bit on the back of my hand. I mean, you just need a drop. And honestly, that's probably too much. So just a little drop there. And then if I can find my brush, let's see how long this takes me to find this brush. Oh my gosh, right away. Okay, and then what I did was go in with this shade here. It's called, I don't know, GAIA. This shade right here, it's absolutely beautiful. And I'm going to take a angled brush here, and I'm going to really pack that on. And then I'm going to go into that liquid and just add a little bit with that shadow. And it's going to create almost, well, it's going to create basically an eyeliner. And I just take my brush here and just go really tight against my lash line, especially with my watery eyes, I don't know. It's almost like just seems useless, but I'm going to still keep trying and create just a very small wing using this really nice brush here. I think this is my Sigma brush. And that is about it. And look how easy, fast, bold you can make your eyeliner with eyeshadow. And this product here by Miss AOA, it is absolutely fabulous. So you don't have to buy, a bunch of different eyeliners. You could just use your eyeshadow, and honestly, it works amazing. Okay, so that is pretty much it with the eye look. So, like I mentioned, nothing spectacular, but it does look like it took some time and effort into the look. So, super easy. You guys seeing how fast I came up with that look and how quickly that went. And like I mentioned before, too, when I place that setting powder, it also helps curl your lashes and keep its curl. And again, it's going to really help grip the mascara onto the lashes. So, I'm just going to curl them, and then with the mascara that I chose or been using this whole week is this here, the L'Oreal Panorama. If you guys remember when I first reviewed this, I wasn't that impressed with it. But as time has gone on, as it's been open for a little bit, I absolutely love this mascara. So my first choice is always the Lawless, the all-in-one mascara. This has been pretty much my second choice. So I love it. Hold on, I got the wrong mirror here. So, but yeah, it really grabs on to lashes, and especially when you have just a little dusting of the powder on it. And I'm just going to show you what a few strokes does. Then, of course, like always, I'll come back after the second coat and show you guys what it looks like. So, this is basically just a few strokes. So absolutely love this mascara. I was wrong on that one. So let me apply 2 coats on both eyes. I'll come back and we'll move on with the rest of the products. Okay, so that is 2 coats of the mascara. As you can see, it's really nice. And also, I make a huge mess when I apply my mascara. I get it all over the lids. Before, it didn't flick away easily either, but now it does. So, yeah, it just needs to be open for about a week before you really can start to appreciate that mascara. Okay, so what I'm going to use now, what I've been using for my pores for a very long time, is this here by Dr. Brandt. And I have a lot of favorite or ones I use all the time, pore fillers, but this one's really good because it's medicated, so it's going to help over time as well. And I'm almost out of this one. Thank God I have a backup of that. So you don't need a lot. Now, there is like a medicated scent to this, but again, it's doing some magic, while it's on your skin as well. And it does just a really nice job at filling in your pores and keeping everything or all the oils, at bay. So you're not super oily throughout the day. And especially through the summer. Oh gosh, it's like just squirting. Uh, in the summertime, I become more oily. I don't know about you, but I certainly do, especially through the T-zone. Okay, so that's really nice and blended in because you really do want to have that product blended in really good. Okay, and the foundation I've been using, again, it's a repurchase. I had it in my collection for a long time. I decluttered it again because of the shade. Anyway, oh, I am so glad I repurchased it, and it's by L'Oreal. It's called the Age Perfect 4-in-1 4-in-1 a tinted balm, and I got mine in the shade this time a 10 light. So before, I think I had 20 light, and it just was very yellow. It just did not look good with my skin tone. So this is the product here. And yes, this, oh my gosh, you guys, it is just, it feels like water going on. It's super lightweight, but has full coverage. You will see. I'm just going to use my It Cosmetic brush. So you don't need a lot. So I just placed very little. I mean, look at the coverage. It does remind me the feel of it, of the Turtur foundation, that new, or yeah, I guess it would be foundation or cushion foundation. That's what it reminds me of, the feel of it. It's just very water, a substance feeling, just very hydrating and lightweight, and it just blends in just so effortlessly. And so does the Turtur. So again, that's what it reminds me of, only I use a brush to apply this, and the other one you use the little sponge that it comes with. And honestly, I have used this as my concealer when I'm in a really hurry, a real big hurry, and I just don't want to deal with concealer. I just put this right under my eyes, and it works just fine as well. So as you can see, it really covers all my imperfections. Here you can see have some sunspots, age spots, whatever you want to call them, yeah, and some redness. So it really does a great job in concealing all of that. And again, it's still a little deep, but I do self tan, so when I do that, it matches, just perfectly. So, yeah, this is such an amazing product. But if you do have this, bring it back out. If you have it stuffed in your drawer, like I kind of did for the longest time, it works amazing with the heat, believe it or not. And I live in Michigan, we have tons of humidity, and it works really well. And again, if you haven't used it for a very, very long time, do not forget, you do not have to use a lot of product because you can make that look pretty cakey really quick if you use too much. So again, that's pretty much all blended in, and I am super happy. And how this looks. It just looks very nice on the skin. It doesn't accentuate any of my fine lines or wrinkles. It never settles. It just looks so healthy. My skin feels healthy with this on it. So been loving this. Okay, and for concealer, again, this is one I did not like when I first reviewed it. Honestly, I haven't used this in months, but I'm going to be doing a declutter soon, so I do want to go through, a lot of my products. I've been testing them to see, if it's something I'm going to declutter. Well, this one I brought out, I'm like, I might as well not even try it. Well, I'm so glad I did because now I like it. So again, like products I find or makeup that it works differently in different climates, different weathers. So this one's working for me, which I thought it would not, especially in summer. Anyway, it's by Revlon. It's called the Flex Wear Full Coverage, and this is a 24-hour concealer. So it looks like this. And honestly, I think too, when I first reviewed it, it was a little bit too deep for me, but now it's okay. And it's in the shade a Creme Brulee. So it looks like this. It has a huge doe foot on it. And this is one that you do not need tons of product. So I'm just going to put just a little bit on just like that. And you're going to see how full coverage this is. And it really works well with this D'Alba balm, because that adds a lot of slip to it and helps the product move around really good, especially if you have really dry under eyes. So I'm just going to blend this all in, just bring it down the T-zone ever so slightly. And then what I do is just focus really a lot in this inner corner where I have a lot of the darkness. And if I do go under the eye, it's right here. It's not directly under. So I'm just placing a little product there. And then I take my finger, and with the warmth of my finger is just going to really melt that into the under eye and help move the product around. So isn't that beautiful? I mean, it's such a nice concealer. I'm so glad I brought that back out. I'm so glad that I just didn't jump to conclusions and declutter it because I would be missing out on a really nice concealer. Okay, so then what I've been using a lot this whole week is this here by It Cosmetics. Now this acts as a bronzer and a blush, and it's called Sun Blush Glow with Confidence. And yeah, so it looks like this, the packaging. And I got mine in the shade, what is this one? A Sun Warmth 30. So it looks like this. So yeah, this is supposed to eliminate your bronzer step. Let me just show you what I've been doing. So I just take maybe a couple taps because this is pretty pigmented. And again, I applied way too much. But the nice thing about this product is it really does blend into the skin. It moves around, so it just doesn't stay in one spot, which is nice. You're going to have that, distinct line across your face. As you will see, I mean, look how it looks like, oh my gosh, Laura, you applied way too much. But no, like I said, it just kind of, you can move it all around the face, which I absolutely love. It's such a nice product. Again, it's very hydrating, works really nice on mature skin. And as you can see, it's already added such a beautiful warmth to my skin. As you can see, it looks really pretty. It added warmth up in my forehead, all that. So very, very a nice product. This one here by It Cosmetics. And I think it's $34, but you can use it as your blush and your bronzer. Okay, again, when I go to work, I want my makeup to last all day. If you have these products, or again, she has really good sales. When she has a sale, sometimes it's 55% off. You can get these products at drugstore prices, and I'm not kidding you. But again, if you have this in your drawer, this is even better. And you just found that you didn't like, this product on its own, let me suggest you use it this way. And it's the Laura Geller powdered foundation. Now, I have mine in the glow, which has like a glow to it big time. When I use this on its own, I look like I'm from Twilight. So I don't like using it on its own. So what I do is mix it, and this is with the Baked and Balanced and Brighten. So they're both in the shade Light. So what I do is take, and I use it like a setting a powder. So I take the Baked and Brighten first, and I just swirl it around like 3 times, and then I just tap it in the glow a couple times, and I'm just tapping it. I'm not, when you use it on its own, you're really supposed to blend that in or kind of buff it into the skin. The only place where I kind of buff it is around the nose and the T-zone, pretty much. And again, I'm just going to do 3 swirls, like 2 taps in the glow, and set around the face. And I'm telling you, my makeup will last all day. And I'm not exaggerating, like, especially on my nose, anything, and I can use this with a tinted serum, a tinted hydrator, same thing. My makeup will last all a day, and it really sets the makeup, there's no tack to it at all. So I will never, never, ever be without these 2 products here by Laura Geller. I think it's thundering out there. Ooh, that's kind of scary. I just heard like a bunch of banging. Ooh, I know we're supposed to get like a big thunderstorm today, so hopefully I don't lose my my power. Okay, so that is set there. And then, sometimes I do want to add just a little bit more a blush. Now, I could go back in with this product because it does go over, powder products really good. But I'm actually going to use this here by NYX. It's called the Buttermelt Blush. And oh boy, you guys. And this is in Butter. So it's a beautiful shade. I absolutely love these. But again, this is something you got to be very careful with because it is so pigmented. Like literally, I go once with my brush and use such a light hand because look at that. Is that crazy? And I'm just going to add a little bit in my shadow like I normally do. And yeah, I mean, if you go in with too much, it's just, yeah, I cannot even believe how pigmented these are. And this is going to last a lifetime because, yeah, I hardly use any product. Okay, so then what I go in with is this here, the setting spray. I've been using this all week. I love the setting spray. It's by Urban Decay. It's their new all-nighter, but this has hyaluronic acid in it, and it's called a watermelon fruit extract. So it has a lot of skincare, all of that, and I love the packaging. Now, the only negative about this is its nozzle. I don't know if I got a dud or something, but it almost like sprays like this, So yeah, I feel like I'm missing half of my face, but I love it. So I'm going to try to find a different nozzle, maybe go into Ulta and ask them if I can switch it up or something because yeah, I don't know. It just sprays really weird. Yeah, it's not even whatsoever. So a lot of times when that happens, I do take like a poo-poo for my sponge and just kind of place that on there. And honestly, it's almost like a sticky feeling. So you know that it's really working. It almost feels like a hairspray to tell you the truth. So like I mentioned before, I don't place a powder really under the eyes. So I'm just going to place a little bit of the setting spray under the eyes. And that really just helps set that. And honestly, just kind of spreads everything around. Okay, again, I love the setting spray, hate the nozzle. Okay, so let's just finish up the eye look really quick. I think I'm going to go back into this shade right here, that beautiful like blue teal. Just place a little bit on this brush here and place that just on this outer corner, just very, very lightly. and connect it to my little wing I created. And that looks really good. And then I'm going to go in with the first shade that I used, the Hera. And I just cleaned off the same brush, and I'm going to place a little bit along the lower lash line. Okay, and then what I did yesterday that I really loved is I went into that really pretty blue shimmer here. Again, like a blue-green shimmer or teal. And I just placed that in the inner corner. And it just added just a little bit of something to the look. And isn't that pretty? Oh, I love it. And then for lips, what I've been using are these. And I think I got like, I think it was 4 different shades. It's by Hard Candy. And this is called their Glosstopia. But these have a tint to it. So it's called the Lip Slide. And this is in the shade Ruby Rush. So it looks like this. This is definitely not a color I thought I would like, but I absolutely love it. And these are so hydrating on the lips. And for being like a gloss, I mean, look how pigmented that is. And look how big that toe foot is, but that's what I kind of like about it. It makes it very easy to apply. Isn't that a beautiful shade? It almost has like a pink undertone to it, so let's just build up a little bit and see what that does. So yeah, just absolutely a beautiful shade. And that is it. That is all I do. You guys seen how quickly that went. Honestly, I'm going to have very little editing to this video because, yeah, it just kind of went so smoothly. Okay, so let's go back in. I just want to see something here. This is with that, with the Waterproof by Miss AOA and the eyeshadow. So let's take some water. I'm just curious. I don't think I've ever tried this. And let's just place a little bit here. Sorry, I'm banging all over the place. Yeah. Do you see that? That's eyeshadow. Eyeshadow, eyeshadow. I can't even believe it. And this product here, I think is $1 on their website. So definitely, I mean, I'm taking a white makeup wipe. I'm going to have to go use soap and water. All right, you guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, please do me a huge favor, hit that like button. It truly does help me out. If you have any more time in your day, if you want to check out any of my other videos, other tutorials, that also helps me out, and I truly, truly appreciate it. All right, you guys, I can't wait to see you again. I love you so much, and until next time.